Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of Adventure Prone 4x4. As you can see on today's video, we're back working on Morgan's car. I've just realised how little time I've got left until he does come back. So it's time to put the hammer down and get some real work done to this car. So one of the biggest complaints that Morgan has always had about this car has been the mirrors on the doors. And to be fair, they are pretty terrible. So these are the mirrors here. As you can see, there is not much to them. They are pretty shifty. Takes absolutely nothing to shift them back and forward. Now the biggest issue that I think we'll face with this, or the biggest issue that I thought I would face with this, was swapping them to the STR mirrors. Mine are actually, because mine's an STR, they are controlled electronically. So they've got wiring and whatnot, but I actually jumped online. I was able to find some black mirrors, just like mine, but without the wiring loom. So they're completely what they call manual mirrors. So that's what the STR mirrors look like. Nice shiny chrome. And I've got my manual controls inside, so that's my control knob for the mirrors. But Morgan doesn't have that. And there is no way, in all honesty, that I'm wiring one of those in. And I've left the lights on. I've already jump started that thing once today. I'm doing it again. So, what we're going to do first, I have had to remove that big weather shield. Now I'll go through and clean all that up later. That's a job for another day. But this is essentially the weather shields that Morgan has on. They're huge, and we will be getting rid of them, but they were just sitting in really close, as that one is doing, really close to the actual mirror itself, so I just wanted to get rid of it now. I am going to be trying to do my best as well with time. I really want this to be a quick video because we are losing light really quickly here. So it should be as simple as 3 bolts. So fingers crossed it is just those 3 bolts. They should come straight in, straight out. We'll jump in, we'll have a look at the mirrors. So inside the box, I've already had a quick poke around as well. There's really not much to it. Now these were ordered from My Auto Parts. Yep, myautoparts.com. So they cost me about $80 each, so about $160 all up. It's not terrible, given how bad those mirrors are. 160 bucks is pretty bloody good. So all that's inside, you've got the mirror, and that's it there. They do also have that there's a little rubber piece just there. We're losing light pretty quick here, but that's all there is to it. And then there's a couple of little bolts in there as well. Now these do also use, no they don't. No, these are just a Phillips head screw. So I thought they were an Allen key, but they're not. Well, that was the first time that I've actually shopped with that particular company online, and I was a little bit skeptical, but they came in a day. They came literally in one day. I ordered them one morning, I woke up and just went, to hell with it. Opened up an OpenPay account and bought them, and they came to me the next morning, so I was pretty stoked with that. But I would still be pretty interested to see if anyone's had any good or bad experiences with them. So My Auto Parts, let me know how you went. So the bolts that you need to take out are just behind that cover there. Now that cover comes off really easy. That's it. And you can see there you've got 1, 2 and 3, and that might be a little bit hard. I've got the door trim in the way, but I can temporarily push that to get to all those. I'm really hoping this is going to be a bolt in, bolt out job. Now we lost light pretty quickly, so I have got some lights on, as you can obviously tell. We've got 1, 2 and 3. That's all that we've got to undo, hopefully. So we'll go ahead and do that. And boom, that's mirror off. Cool, so we're going to go put the new one on. So that's what the door looks like. So what we're going to do now is ensure that that rubber mount is on there nice and tight, squished on, and we are just going to pop that straight in there, And I'm probably going to have to change camera angles and pop that in from the other side, but that's how that is going to bolt in, so exactly the way that it came out, which is perfect. Cool, so I'm getting absolutely hammered by the lights behind me, but essentially I really should open these first. Hoping that I've left my screwdriver within arm's reach, which I have. We're just going to put that on, and I can see where that's coming through now, which is great. So I'm actually just going to skip right to the end of this because it's really as simple as me bolting the mirror in. 3 bolts, no tips, no tricks. So I'm just going to skip right to the end and save you guys what is like a minute and a half worth of elevating music because no one really wants to listen to that. Cool, so that is all bolted in. Just note as well, just to lever this down, the door trim down and far enough to actually get those bolts in, I did actually just open that up and jam a bottle of Dettol in there. So if you have the same issue as I did with getting that to go down far enough to get it in so that you don't lose a screw down there, bottle of Dettol works wonders. Cool, and that is all done. So you can see there that that is heaps better. It doesn't jiggle around. Perfect. That's it. Just a quick note as well, to adjust them, you do have to undo that bolt there. There's 3 more bolts there that you can adjust to shift this, because this, the actual head of the unit, won't move. This entire piece won't move unless you undo those 3 bolts that are in there, but that's a pretty good angle really for what we're doing, and for the tray and whatnot, so we can see pretty well out of that. So we're just going to leave that right there, leave it where it is. And so that's all it actually takes to get the old DX mirrors off and put some better ones on. Like I said, it's really just 3 bolts. It was as easy as I'd hoped, which that's nice when that happens because it doesn't happen often. So that's pretty well it for that episode. That's as easy as it is. 3 bolts. Got to be happy with that. It literally took me 5 minutes to do it. It took me more time to actually take the weather shield off and then actually put on the new mirrors, and they look great. So I'll go ahead and do the other one. You guys don't need to see that because it's really getting dark and the footage is not going to come out great. So like I said, this was filmed at night obviously, so apologies if it's a little bit grainy, but we got it done. I'm going to be trying to get most of this car done in the next 5 weeks. I don't know that we're going to get the snorkel on, but we'll see what happens. If you did like that video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the little alarm bell as well, so that every time I upload a new video, you get a notification. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, obviously, that's where we are now, and Facebook as well. I'll also leave a link in below if you're really, really bored. You can actually follow my Snapchat as well. So otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.